College Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They'll go right back to the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete on third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Makes him talk to the hand. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Kane. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
When I see the defensive man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
Unloads quickly. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Fires to the right. Got him in the open. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Unloads it left. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And, man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fires to the tight end. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the run. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, out of space. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up 2nd down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Under fire. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They're a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So here comes the Auburn offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
So they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They're going back to the ground. Slithers into space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. Quickly to the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Oh, they're after him. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the Canes have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught near the sticks. It's Jacobs. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Looking for room. It's Springle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. They're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play.
And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Lindsey. Here's a heat. Looking to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Open space at the 25. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Davidson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Caught over the middle. It's Kane. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
That touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 4 over Georgia State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Finds his man. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Pringle. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Tight end now in motion. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Fitted in the window for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Fires on the move. Finds space on the right. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's turned. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grab near the marker. It's Kane. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Floating away. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them. But you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. And, guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. The give to the single back. Touchdown, Miami! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Toss to the outside. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go up top on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. There he goes. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The give to the right. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Let's it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Tiger. A great catch and run for 6.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 11 over Georgia State. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. He'll take the deep shot. Holds it in on the left. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The hand to the running back. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Inside the touchdown Hurricane. He got a step and just dusted the field. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Floats it out in space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Rushes on him. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it
for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Bringing the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Back to throw. It's Lindsey. Complete downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out in front.
And he's got it at the 30. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Canes!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Let's go. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Close to the marker, it's Smith. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Here on third down. Gets the back moving. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up a pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. On the move, it's Davidson. Turning it on! Smashes him with the stiff arm. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Davidson. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Miami. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. You perfectly execute. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got an open man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple of possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It's reverse. About this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line.
I love the timing on the jet sweep there. The quarterback snapped it at the perfect moment. Give it right away to the receiver to get outside, get around the defensive end, and start getting upfield.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Got his man quickly. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
It's a bang-bang play, running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
So here comes the Auburn offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you've got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pulls it in. It's Turner. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
On the play.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. To the air on first down. He's got the tight end. And he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. There he goes. He's at the 50. 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hurricane. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.